Let's wrap it up with by looking at some of the earnings coming in now. We have African Prudential financial year report from 2021 and 2022 as gross revenue jumped from 3.5 billion naira to 4.1 billion naira in 2022, and profit after tax jumped from 1.41 billion to 1.49 billion in 2022 from 1.41 billion in 2021. And if you look at the earnings per share, 0.71 for you there in 2021 to 0.75 there for you. So that's what you have there. So quickly, as we look at this, let me start with you, Ambrose. Good result, impressive. How impressive is this?
Now, for me, this number, I would say just a mixed number. Yes, not in red, in green, but still flat. No, but the good news is that Africa Prudential has given it like a 5 years rollout to see what they're going to do. And if you look at the performance, it shows that the company paying 50 kobo is a result of what not really performing beyond expectation. That's why you can see that their payment is still within 50 kobo they paid last year. But this is a reflection that yes, what has happened in the economy or the financial market has also impacted them. But the number not being red for me is it's okay. But I think they need to do more, going to the new financial year now, especially to the first quarter. Subsequently, but this year, like Elijah have said, we want to see a mixed performance because of ingoing, outgoing, the government and incoming government. That means you need to look at the policies that are coming. There will be policy shift, in the board. For those that are in other financials like Africa Prudential and UCAP, their business is still there because whether you need to plan and move ahead and know that the way it is now is that this company has gone beyond registrar activity. They are going to technology to up their their performance. I believe that going to the future, that investment into technology will start reflecting. It's good that the number did not decline, almost a flat number for the bottom line. But it's good that also they pay dividend, even though it's not an increase or flat. For me, it's a good number to end it there. Okay.
So how impressed are you with the numbers, Mr. Kofi?
They still need to do more because out of the two companies introduced last year, introduction by listed, Boa Food is still owned by African Prudential. What means 50% of the new company listed, they have got it. So we expected to see more in their revenue, and we are expected to see the earning change because when you are getting additional companies, we are expecting more revenue and more business. And this did not reflect much. And when you look at the revenue increase by 17%, even the mere inflation, the inflation is 21%. So you have performed below the inflation, but knowing fully that they are financial services, they have little room for improvement. But we expect that they should, because everybody knows things have changed, and we're expecting to see more change and more dividend.
All right, let's take one more. This one, of course, is United Capital financial year report as gross revenue jump in 2021, beg your pardon, in 2022 from 18.07% to 24.9 billion naira in 2022. And if you look at the profit after tax, from 11.26 billion in 2021, it dropped to 9.65 billion. But the earnings per share there also dropped from 1 naira 88 kobo to 1 naira 61 kobo in 2022. And look at the profit margin and the dividend for you, almost flat there. So United Capital financial report. Let me start with you, Mr. Kofi. So talk to us about this. Are you also impressed with these numbers too?
I'm not impressed. When your revenue increased by almost double digit, about 38%, we expect a similar increase in your profit before tax and profit after tax. My major concern, why should your revenue increase by this? Therefore, they need to look down and to work hard on their expenses. They have made any provision because they are into lending.
Okay, I guess, let's have you, Mr. Ambrose.
Just like Elijah just said, the top line was looking very good. But in between the top line and the profit after tax, a lot of things changed. One is that there was a huge provision for non-performing.
Okay.
Just marginal.
Okay. Okay.
It's just marginal. They are almost paying about 90% of their earnings at dividend, which is a good one. But we are expecting them to check their expenses and address it so that as the revenue increase, the profit before and after increase at the same ratio.
Okay, Ambrose, let's say.
Just like you just said, the top line was fantastic, about 37-38% up, which is above inflation. But if you look at between that, their gross earnings and the profit after tax, the company made a huge provision for what we call bad loans in between, and also the tax increase was a burden for them. Like I asked my colleague in the office that does it mean that they are owing backlog of tax because the part they pay for the 2022 was huge, and also eat into their profit. If you look at the company from at the top line, good one for the year, but because of that provision for non-performing loan, and also at the same time that huge tax they paid eat into their profit. I believe that with this move to kind of increase their cash flow, we're going to I know that yes. See, people say that microfinance business take time for start eating more because they are into financial business. They know how to run it better. I believe that will say one way to increase their cash flow. Cash flow. At the end of the day, we'll see a better number.
Okay.
But the good thing is that, like Elijah said, maintaining their 150 goal is good. Almost 90 to 92% of their earnings were paid as dividend because their earning per share for free was 1.68 kobo, and they pay 150. It's a good one. That shows that investors are sure of good dividend, 2-digit yield from them. For me, it's a good number. You need to
let's wrap up. If you can do this in 30 seconds, Mr. Kofi. Election is next week. Do we expect any changes in the market or impact of that election in the market? And of course, inflation report is expected in the market next week as well. So 30 seconds so we can wrap up.
I don't expect any changes next week in view of the fact that quite a number of stocks they are going to be marked down. And that can also affect the index, and therefore the election will also add to it. So therefore next week I see that the index going negative.